Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Kelvin back with another movie review. This one is for the movie Blade Runner 2049. This movie is directed by Denis Villeneuve. It also stars Ryan Gosling, Harrison Ford, Jared Leto, and Robin Wright. So, this movie is basically the long awaited sequel to the what most people call the one of the greatest sci-fi movies, and that's Blade Runner. So Blade Runner basically is about Agent K, played by Ryan Gosling, who is uncovering some truth that has been hidden for years, and the only person that could tell him the truth is Deckard, and that's played by Harrison Ford. Now, for those who saw the first Blade Runner. I, I don't, like when I saw it when I was in film class, and I kind of vaguely remember, what I actually saw. But, I would say that from what I remember the visuals were great. I remember that Harrison Ford was actually pretty good. Now, I know a lot of people didn't like the movie until maybe like later on, when the movie just became like, I think word of mouth made the movie popular. This movie, I can't really say too much because I feel like I'm probably going to give away a whole lot of stuff. But I actually did find the movie actually really good. I thought that there were some spots in the movie I felt could have been, just a lot better as far as the pacing. There were some spots in the movie where I just kind of felt like, okay, this is really dragging, and some stuff to me I felt like could have been kind of edited just a little bit. But overall, I did really like the movie. It's hard to kind of talk about Blade Runner, especially with it being a movie that you can't really talk about too much, because if you do, then you really are going to give away a lot of the movie. But I'll say this: this movie is basically what's called not only a sci-fi movie, but it's actually a cyberpunk movie. And cyberpunk movies are, are the original Blade Runner, The Matrix, Ghost in the Shell. And I kind of wanted to bring Ghost in the Shell into this because this movie kind of reminded me a little bit of why Ghost in the Shell borrows so much from Blade Runner. The only difference with Ghost in the Shell and Blade Runner is that Blade Runner just executed a lot of things really, really better than Ghost in the Shell did. Ghost in the Shell, to me, it was just all about the visuals, and with Blade Runner, in both of the Blade Runner films, you actually do get stunning, beautiful visuals. But the one thing about Blade Runner that beats out something like Ghost in the Shell is story. And I thought that the story, although it is a brand new story, but it also tracks, from the first movie, and all of the kind of plots and the holes that have to be filled and everything like that. But I did overall really enjoy this movie. Will I see it again? Probably not. And that's kind of the way I felt about the first Blade Runner. Like, I saw Blade Runner when I was in film school, and yet I have not seen that movie again. And this movie is pretty much in that vein. Like, trust me when I tell you, I think it's aesthetically it's beautiful. Just there is so much beauty in that movie, style wise, the costumes, the lighting, the special effects, everything in this movie is so brilliant. The acting is brilliant. But it's just one of those movies that I would only go see once. But that's just my feelings on it. You guys tell us what you thought about the movie. You hit us up on Facebook at We Do Movies and check out all our reviews, not only on the Facebook page, but also on YouTube as well. And until then, we'll see you next time. Peace.